Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. First, the top story. The Lagos State Police Command has commenced an investigation into an explosion that occurred at a CCTV dealer's shop on Kodeso Street near the popular Computer Village in Ikeja. In a statement released late on Friday, the State Police Public Relations Officer, Benjamin Hundeyi, confirmed that the incident took place at about 6:35 p.m. According to Hundeyi, operatives from the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Unit, the Mobile Police Detachment and other police teams quickly moved in, cordoning off the scene to safeguard life and property. He adds that EOD specialists swept into the area to neutralize any potential secondary threats and to support an in-depth investigation into the cause of the blast. Shortly after the incident, the police commissioner, Owonwaidowu, visited the site for an immediate assessment. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has destroyed heaps of illicit drugs weighing about 1.6 million kilograms seized across Lagos, Ogun and Oyo states in what is still the largest volume of seizures to be burnt at once in the history of the agency. The public destruction of the illicit substances was conducted at an isolated location along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Ogun State, on Saturday, 12th April. Some of the illicit drugs destroyed include cocaine, heroin, cannabis, codeine, syrup, tramadol, and methamphetamine, among others. The Chief Executive Officer of the agency, retired Brigadier General Buba Marwa, says the exercise is a testament to the agency's steadfast commitment to tackling the scourge of drug trafficking in the country. He believes the sheer volume of seizures serves as a reminder of the grave danger that these substances pose to public health until they are completely and irreversibly destroyed. And 27 drug peddlers comprising 24 male and 3 female have been arrested for being in possession and selling illicit substances and hard drugs. While handing over the suspects to the NDLEA, the executive officer NNS Beecroft, Captain Idongeset Udoesien, who represented the commander, said the successful raid and arrest of these persons was as a result of credible intelligence received by the base on the presence of suspected drug peddlers in Gidan Drama, which necessitated the deployment of Operation Mesa. He said the operation is part of the Navy's commitment to ridding the state of these unwanted distractions. And while commending the arrest and subsequent handing over of the suspects, the agency says it will follow due diligence in further investigating the crime and properly prosecuting those found culpable.
Our base, the Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft, on Saturday, the 5th of April, conducted a raid at an identified criminal safe haven at Gidan Drama, which is located at Malu Road in Apapa. It was based on credible information that we received of suspected drug peddlers in that area, which necessitated the deployment of our Operation Mesa team, and we conducted a raid. During the raid, a total of 27 suspected drug peddlers, comprising 3 female and 24 males, were arrested with hard drugs and other illicit substances, as you can see here. The successful conduct of this operation underscores the Nigerian Navy and the Nigerian Navy ship Beecroft's unwavering commitment to curtailing the spread of illicit drugs amongst our youths, which adversely affects their health and threatens our national security.
Formerly, like the codeine we have here, were being sold in our various pharmacies, but because of the abuse of such drugs, they were listed under drugs to be controlled. Meanwhile, they seized the opportunity to be selling these drugs to our youth, members of the community and all that, and it's really affecting them. So we really appreciate the effort of the active effort of the Nigerian Navy.
Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has called on members of his cabinet and the People's Democratic Party in the state to remain focused despite distractions from the opposition. Speaking in Abuja shortly after receiving an award as Governor of the Year, Governor Mohammed emphasized his respect for federal authority, but insists that the rights of the opposition must also be upheld. He assures the people of Bauchi that he is on track to fulfilling 90% of his campaign promises by the end of his tenure.
Yes, we know we are being pursued. We have a lot of divisive or rationalisms that would have taken our minds off, but we will remain focused. We are being redefined, we are being persecuted and called names, and yet paradoxically, we are earning good names. The public to understand that some of those things are political. And because we are a nation that has a lot of diversity, other interests, we have to live by it. But please let us remain strong. We must support our bureaucracy as they are being pursued to continue to be loyal to the end. I believe in the indivisible position of Nigeria as a nation. But I don't believe in worship. I don't believe in cowardice. I don't believe that I can be molded down by anybody. And that's why I said I will continue to give you inspiration. While respecting others, others must respect us. We expect mutual respect. We will give level playing field. We will create a level playing ground. A political landscape that is free from intimidation, and nobody should think that he will intimidate us.
The governor of Taraba State, Agbu Kefas, is insisting that his administration is committed to raising a generation that is responsible and ready to take on leadership roles that will change narratives across nations. The governor, at his investiture as the Grand Patron of the Boys Brigade Taraba Council, alongside some of his cabinet members, restated his commitment to instilling the core values of integrity, responsibility and godliness in the minds of the youth.
The investiture of the governor of Taraba State, Agbu Kefas, as the state Grand Patron of the Boys Brigade Nigeria is in recognition of his humanitarian services to the poor and vulnerable, as well as his passion for mentoring young people to succeed. The Boys Brigade is known for pioneering youth development, and with his late father as one of the founding fathers, Governor Kefas believes the investiture is another call to duty and a reminder of the importance of mentorship, discipline, faith and service to young minds.
As a Grand Patron, I'm committed to supporting the vision and the mission of this great organization that are led by our fathers. From here, by the grace of God, we will together raise a generation that is not only spiritually strong, but also civically responsible, ready to take on leadership roles in our communities, state, and the nation.
While acknowledging efforts to tailor the energy of youth to positive ventures, the member representing Usa and Takum Federal Constituency at the National Assembly expresses concern over their poor social habits.
I want to use this opportunity to call our attention to the fact that if there is any period that the Boys Brigade must work harder than before, it is now. The reason is that our boys are trapped between the influence of the world and vices that seem to target them for destruction. So this is a time the world is full of evil. I want to challenge the Boys Brigade to sit up and work harder to ensure that the objects that have been defined by the forefathers are achieved among our children.
These sentiments are echoed by the national leadership of the Boys Brigade, which believes state councils can do more with the right infrastructure in place.
I'm privileged to have visited almost all the state councils state I visited, I was taken to the secretariat for me to see. In Bauchi, they took me to the secretariat. In Gombe, they have a secretariat. In Borno State, there is a secretariat. But it's unfortunate. Taraba, we call it a Christian state. There is no single building called secretariat as far as Boys Brigade is concerned. It's one of the few states that have no secretariat. All they have is a plot of land and a foundation that is at foundation level. I want to use that as a problem statement, Your Excellency. Please bring Taraba State to be on the map so that anytime we come, we can have our meeting in the secretariat called their own.
The secretary to the Taraba State government, Gebon Kateps, who was also decorated as a state patron, says the government has given the youths a great platform to turn their lives around.
Now, if you listen to the oath of allegiance that were subscribed this evening, they all bordered on non-inclusion in a cultic organization, bad vices you have to desist, and you have to live an upright life. My advice to the coming generation is to calm down. Calm down. Take one step at a time. And as they try to achieve and attain their mission, they should always put God first.
As he receives the Nigerian and Boys Brigade flags symbolizing his new office, Governor Kefas promises that youths in the state will continually be given the right opportunities to excel.
Following the conversion and upgrade of Kumo General Hospital, Gombe State seems one step closer to the official handing over of the facility situated in our core local government area of the state. A high-powered team from the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare says this on-the-spot assessment you're about to see of the equipment is one of the 3 visits that will culminate in the final takeover of the facility by the federal government. A high-powered delegation from the Federal Ministry of Health, led by the Director of Hospital Services, Dr. Jimo Salahuddin, performs unit-by-unit assessment of FMC Kumo in Gombe State following its conversion and upgrade ahead of its eventual takeover by the federal government. Top government officials led by the Deputy Governor, Manasseh Jatau, are on hand to receive the visitors as the Commissioner for Health conducts the team round each of the units and departments. The team seems satisfied with the state of things in the FMC Kumo facility, describing it as head and shoulders ahead of the pack.
The state is far more than ready to welcome these federal medical centers. From the faces of the people that we see, from the infrastructure that on the ground, and equipment that we meet here, it shows that we have to move faster. And I can tell you, soonest, the services here will commence. And I'm foreseeing in future that the way we are starting, sky is the limit.
For the Deputy Governor, this is a proud moment for the Inuwa Yahaya government.
We are so committed. That is why we built this thing, that the people that came from Abuja said they didn't see anything lacking. It is because we are committed. You are aware that there was a structure here which we had to pull down because it has structural defects. That is the commitment. And for other commitments of health, you know, go around. Go to Yobe village, you see a primary health care facility.
Being a citizen of Ako local government, where FMC Kumo is located, Speaker of the Gombe State House of Assembly thanks President Tinubu on behalf of the beneficiaries.
Kumo people are people of discipline, and you can see that this structure is here with all the equipments and facilities, and you can see everything is intact. So our people are very good people, and we implore them to maintain that good behavior and exhibit even more, so that they will take the ownership of the property is ours.
While revealing plans to embrace technology and leverage on the large cache of human and material resources, the incoming Chief Medical Director says FMC Kumo enjoys a great beginning.
I think with this, the sky is just our starting point. We need to just have critical personnel and commence to work. And I can tell you, with the location of this facility, with the support we have from the government, both at the state level and the federal level, with the support we have from the community, I think we have no excuse than to do wonders. We are going to give our best to ensure that this hospital becomes the beacon of hope and also becomes the model of federal medical center across Nigeria.
This is the first of the 3 visits expected before the federal government's takeover of the Federal Medical Center as part of President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda in the health sector. When we return from this break, we'll remain in Gombe State. This time, the NSCDC restates its commitment to securing life and property in the Northeast state. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. The Gombe State Command of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps NSCDC says it is more equipped to carry out its constitutional role of providing security in the state than it was in the last 6 months. Addressing the press, the Commandant NSCDC Gombe State recounts how the command moved from no vehicle in October 2024 to now having a fleet of 9 functional operational vehicles, thanks to Governor Inuwa Yahaya. The command says its activities have taken a new dimension since receiving the donation of the vehicles from Governor Yahaya.
And this is number 3. I didn't meet one functional vehicle, one. In fact, the vehicle I use here, I hire it for good 4 weeks, hired. But you can see today, I just spent 6 months in this state, and you can now see the handwork of God through the governor. And that's why people are saying, some will say I'm the right-hand man of the governor, that he loves me. Yes, it's true, he loves me. Yes. And I love him. With that, truly that day he was touched, because I got the insecurity information around 2 in the afternoon. And I sent the intelligence report to him and to other people. And then the Commissioner of Internal Security called me that I should mobilize. I said, I don't have one single operational vehicle on ground, that I'm handicapped. So after the attack, they called for security meeting. I stated that one. The thing touched them. And they said, this one is ready to work. Let's support him. And that's why they supported him.
There's more on security. The Nigerian army has described as insufficient the 6 months earmarked to de-radicalize repentant Boko Haram insurgents. The coordinator of the Operation Safe Corridor, Brigadier General Yusuf Ali, disclosed this when he paid a working visit to Governor Mai Malabuni of Yobe State at the government house in Damaturu.
Since the inception of the Boko Haram insurgency, Nigerian forces have adopted both kinetic and non-kinetic approaches to end the 1.5-decade conflict. The coordinator of the Operation Safe Corridor unit, charged with the de-radicalization of the repentant insurgents, is visiting Governor Mai Malabuni at the government house, Damaturu. While acknowledging the support of the Yobe state government, he described the 6-month de-radicalization period as insufficient to change the mindset of the former insurgents.
Somebody who has been doing evil for the past 8 years, you can't change him overnight within 6 months. So that means we have more work to do. I already have a plan, the CDS have a plan of expanding the deradicalization process in a way that we have more, both using audiovisual means, films, and all those things, so that within the 6 months, they will be subconsciously remembering all those deradicalization lessons they have gone through.
General Lee further explained why communities should accept the repentant insurgents into their communities.
Once they are deradicalized, once they are integrated into the society, we also expect the state and the local government to now take charge of them. These are our brothers, and they are our brothers. The religious leaders will now continue with where we stop, from where we stop. talking to them, showing forgiveness, showing acceptance, showing empathy, and accommodating them.
Governor Mai Mala Buni, represented by his deputy, stated the Yobe state government's readiness to accept the de-radicalized insurgents for integration into communities.
I'm aware that from 14th to 2025, a total of 390 clients will graduate in the first phase, of which 54 are individuals of Yobe State. The state government has made adequate arrangements for the reception, the integration, and monitoring to ensure that the activities conform to the norms of the society.
It is believed the visit by the coordinator will create more awareness among the communities, as well as minimize the stigmatization faced by the repentant insurgents.
And staying in Yobe, the government, through the Office of the Focal Person on Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation to Governor Buni, has launched an empowerment program for micro and small-scale business owners in the state. Flagging off the program in Damaturu, the focal person, Adamu Jajeri, revealed that a total of 1,700 individuals will benefit from this initiative.
The focal person on humanitarian affairs and poverty alleviation to Yobe State's governor arrives Duria, Nayenawa, Pawari and Popompari wards in Damaturu, the Yobe State capital, to flag off the baseline data enumeration exercise. The program is targeting 1,700 individuals and vulnerable micro and small-scale business owners affected by conflict or natural disasters.
The 10,000 and 20,000 cash incentives is a resolute commitment of our little airport to support our mothers, sisters who are striving for means of livelihood. I would also like to take this opportunity to extend our heartfelt appreciation to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, Honorable Mai Mala Buni, CON, for giving us the platform to contribute toward the realization of his administration's visions and objectives.
Some of the beneficiaries who thanked the government for supporting them revealed this is the first time they are being considered for the empowerment.
I've been doing business in Damaturu for a long time, but this is the first time I'm benefiting from such a gesture. I buy cooking oil in liters, and sometimes my neighbors help me to get it. I'm grateful to the governor for coming to my aid. I'm a food vendor. I'm grateful to our governor, Mai Mala Buni, for remembering us. We pray to God Almighty to guide and help him.
It's believed periodic support to the micro and small business owners will boost their business activities, especially at the grassroots level.
And that sums it up on the program. Thank you so much for watching. We'll return same time next week with another round of editions covering different regions of the country. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.